Hey guys, welcome to the last part of the tutorial for Experience by Ludovico Einaudi. Here's the first half of what we're gonna learn in this part. Alright, okay, there's not that much to learn actually in here. You already know the left hand from previous parts. It's gonna go like this. Then again. Okay, so on the second playthrough, you will also add this. Okay. Alright. And that's it for the left hand. You already know how to play the left hand from previous parts. There's nothing new there. Here's what you're gonna play with the right hand. That's it. You're gonna play that twice. So what you do is, you play 4 notes, A, F sharp, C sharp, back to F sharp, okay? And you play these 4 notes 4 times. Alright? That's for the first chord. Gonna play that with the left hand. Same thing with the second chord. Left hand changes to the second chord. And then for the third chord, the only thing that changes is instead of playing this A, you will play G sharp. Okay, so these 3 notes, alright? For the third chord, it's gonna go like this. And for the fourth chord, you're gonna change back from G sharp to A. And that's it. And then on the second time you play all of that, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, so you play these notes downwards with the left hand, and at the same time you will just continue to play the same thing on the right hand. Okay, so the last chord, on the second time you play it, will sound like this. Alright. Okay, now you're gonna play this. Alright, okay, so the good news is you already know the right hand. You already played this before and there's nothing new to learn on the right hand. The only new thing is on the left hand. So first off, let's look at the right hand so you'll see that you already played this before. Here's what you're gonna do. Okay. Okay, so here's what you're gonna play with the left hand. Okay. So this actually gets a little slower. And the left hand is not going to be too difficult here. For the first chord, you're just going to play F sharp, C sharp, A, and back to C sharp. Okay? And you're just going to play these 4 notes once for this entire chord. So you play them way slower. Okay? For the second chord, you will start on 2 A's. On these 2 A's, you start on them, and then you play E, A, E. Okay? So 2 A's, and then E, A, E. That's all you play for the second chord. Then for the third chord, it's similar to the second. The pattern, you play C sharp and G sharp together. And then you play E, G sharp, E. Okay, so similar to the second chord. And then for the fourth chord, you will just play D and F sharp together. Okay, and then you will play this row of notes downwards that you already know from before. And then you start again. First chord is the same. Then the second chord, one thing changes. Instead of starting on 2 A's, you will start on the lower A and this E. Okay, that's your 2 starting notes for the second chord, the second time you play it. And then you play A, E, A. So the first time you played it, you played 2 A's, and then you played E, A, E. And the second time you start on A and E, and you play A, E, A. Okay? So the pattern changes slightly for the second chord. The third chord is going to be the same. C sharp and G sharp. And then E, G sharp, E. And the last chord is also going to stay the same. D and F sharp. And then play this row downwards. Okay. Let's listen to the left hand once more and pay attention to the second chord, how it changes on the second time you play it. Okay. So you already know the right hand is going to play this. For the first chord. And you will simply play one note on the left hand for every time that you play the melody note on the right hand, which is the upper note. Play. These are your melody notes, the top notes. And on every melody note, you're going to play one note on the left hand. Okay. Same for the second chord, except you will start on two notes with the left hand. You always emphasize this top note on the right hand, and you play one note on the left hand for this top note, right? Also same for the third chord. And now for the fourth chord, you will play D and F sharp. Now this timing is a little difficult. What you're gonna do is, basically you will start to play this row on the left hand on the 10th note of the right hand. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now you start 10. Okay, it's a little difficult to remember when to start playing the right hand. Alright. It took me quite a long time to figure out the timing for this. So just play the right hand over and over again. And then try to practice the correct timing of the left hand. Until you got it. So the way I remember is also you play batches of 4 notes always. So you play, that's the first batch, then the second one. And you started on the second note of the third batch, right? Right now. So, first batch, second one, and then third one. And now you start. That may also be a good way to remember it. And for the second time you play all of this, the timing is going to be exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the second chord where you will play. Right? But the timing stays the same. So I'll play that for you one more time very slowly. And pay close attention to the fourth chord. Alright. Okay, now you're gonna play this. Alright, you basically played this exact thing already before. So you play these 4 chords 4 times, and the only thing that changes is the very end. So exactly this 4 times. Okay? First you play it twice, normally. Then on the third time, you just play it louder. That's the only thing that it says in the notes. It says that you now play it twice in normal volume and then twice louder. Okay? And another thing that changes is that the 4th time you play it, it will sound like this. Okay, so the 4th chord changes. Instead of playing this row of notes down here, you will play it up here. The exact same notes, just up here instead of down here. So with the right hand instead of with the left hand. And the left hand for the 4th chord will just continue to play this chord normally. Okay, so there's no jump up here to F sharp and then play the row downwards. You just continue to play this. And the right hand will play this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then you play the row. Once more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. With the left hand, it's going to sound like this. One, 2, 3. All right. That's the timing for this. So once again, you play these 4 chords 4 times. The first 3 times, you will play these notes down here. Right? And the 4th time, you will play them up here. Okay? Okay, and now all that's left is the outro of the song, which is very similar to the intro. It goes like this. And that's the song. So there's some slight differences between the intro and the outro. The first 3 chords are the same. Now in the intro you will play this. But in the outro you first play this. Okay? And you will also hold this F sharp and won't go back to A. Okay? Okay, that's the first time you play the 4 chords for the outro. And then the second time goes like this. Okay, so after playing the first chord, On the very last note of the left hand, this C sharp, you will play A, B, C sharp. Okay? And then you start the second chord on the C sharp, like so. Okay, once more. Okay. The third chord is going to be the same. And then the last chord goes like this. And you also leave away the very last note of the left hand and hold this F sharp. And then you just hold these two notes. And that's it. So in the intro, the fourth chord first goes like this. And then like this. And in the outro, it's the exact opposite. You first go like this. And then like this. Okay? For the fourth chord. And you add these two notes before starting the second chord the second time. There's some more differences. The first chord on the intro goes like this. And on the second time goes like this. Whereas in the outro, it stays like this. For the first time and for the second time. That's another difference. Alright, then that's it for this tutorial. That's the entire song. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Next up, I'll upload a review for a piano and also a review for a piano app. I'm also thinking about uploading a summary where I play all the parts in the right order with the notes above the piano. Like this video and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials. And tell me if you want this kind of summary or what else you would like to see on this channel. Also a big thanks to my Patreon supporters. You help me out a lot and I'm really grateful for that. Please consider supporting me on Patreon if you like this tutorial and if you want me to make more tutorials like this. It really helps a lot, and with your support I can make more tutorials. Alright, that's it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.